Declaration, a powerful tool for change. What is a declaration? It is simply a positive statement that you make emphatically out loud. Why are declarations such a valuable tool? Because everything is made of one thing, energy. All energy travels in frequencies and vibrations. Therefore, each statement that you make carries its own vibrational frequency. When you affirm a statement out loud, its energy vibrates through all the cells in your body. And by touching your body at the same time, you can feel its unique resonance. Statements not only send a concrete message to the universe, they also send a positive message to your subconscious mind. The difference between a statement and an affirmation is slight, but in my mind it is powerful. The statement, the definition of a statement is a positive statement asserting that a goal that you want to achieve has already happened. The definition of a declaration is to state an official intention to undertake a particular course of action or to adopt a particular status. An affirmation states that a goal has already happened. I am not crazy about this because often when you affirm something that is not real yet, the little voice inside our head usually responds with, "This is not true, this is nonsense." Instead, a statement is not saying that something is true. It is establishing that we intend to do or be something. This is a position that the little voice can buy because we are not establishing that it is true right now, but again, it is our intention in the future. A statement, by definition, is also official. It is a formal establishment of energy in the universe. Another word in the definition is important: action. You must take all the necessary actions to make your intention a reality. I have recommended that you state your statement out loud every morning and every night. Making your statement while looking in a mirror will speed up the process even more. That said, I invite you to put your hand on your heart and repeat the following declaration. Put your hand on your heart and say, "My inner world creates my outer world." It all starts with your thoughts, which are produced by your mind. Isn't it surprising that our minds are by far the foundation of our lives, and yet most of us have no idea how this powerful device works? So let's start by taking a simple look at how your mind works. Metaphorically, your mind is nothing more than a large filing cabinet, similar to the one you find in your office or home. All the information it contains is tagged and filed in folders so that it is easy to retrieve to help you survive. Did you hear that? It didn't say prosper, it said survive. In each situation, you go to the file of your mind to determine how to respond. Let's say, for example, that you are considering a financial opportunity. You automatically go to your file labeled money, and from there you decide what to do. The only thoughts you can have about money will be the ones stored in your money file. That's all you can think of because that is all that is on your mind under that category. You decide based on what you think is logical, sensible, and appropriate for you at the time. You do what you think is the right choice. The problem, however, is that the choices may not be a successful choice. In fact, what makes perfect sense to you can consistently produce perfectly poor result. If you have files in your filing cabinet that support financial success, those are the only choices you can make. They will be natural, automatic, and make perfect sense to you. But in the end, they will continue to produce failure or mediocrity at most. Conversely, if you have had mental files that support financial success, you will naturally and automatically make decisions that produce success. You will not have to think about them. When it comes to money, wouldn't it be amazing if you could inherently think like rich people think? I certainly hope you say absolutely or something like that. Well, you can. As we said earlier, the first step to any change is awareness, which means that the first step in thinking how rich people think is knowing how rich people think. Rich people think very differently from poor people. They think differently about money, wealth, themselves, others, and of course, every facet of life. We are going to examine some poor/rich attitudes, and as a part of your reconditioning, install alternative wealth file in your mind. With new files comes new choices. You can then catch yourself when you are thinking like poor and middle class people and consciously shift your focus to how rich people think. Remember, you can choose to think in ways that support your happiness and success rather than in ways that doesn't. You can choose to think in ways that support your happiness and success rather than in ways that they don't. The principles you are about to learn are simple but profound. They make real changes for real people in real world. At the end of section, you will find a statement and a physical movement with which to anchor it to your body. You will also find action to take to support you in adopting this wealth file. It is imperative that you put each file into action in your life as quickly as possible so that awareness can move to a physical cellular level and create lasting and permanent change. Most people understand that we are creatures of habit, but what they do not realize is that there are in fact two types of habits: habits of doing and habits of not doing. Everything that you are not doing right now, you are in the habit of not doing. The only way to change those habits from not doing to habits of doing is by doing them. If you are truly serious about success, give it a try and take the suggested action. Wealth reference 1. Rich people believe I create my life. Poor people believe life happens to me. If you want to create wealth, it is imperative that you believe that you are behind the wheel of your life, especially your financial life. If you don't believe this, then inherently you must believe that you have little or no control over your life and therefore have little or no control over your financial success. This is not a rich attitude. Have you ever noticed that it is usually poor people who spend a fortune playing the lottery? They actually believe that their wealth is going to come from somewhere. Who picks their name from a hat? They spend Saturday night glued to the TV, excitedly watching the extraction to see if wealth is going to land on them this week. Of course, everyone wants to win the lottery, and even rich play for fun from time to time. But first, they don't spend half pay on tickets, and second, winning lottery is not their main strategy for creating wealth.